It is generally acceptable to run an earthing cable, also known as a grounding conductor, within the same cable ladder as communication cables such as Category 5E and fiber optic cables. However, specific conditions must be carefully observed to ensure safety and proper functionality. Firstly, isolation is paramount. The earthing cable must be adequately insulated to prevent any direct electrical contact with the communication cables. This insulation minimizes the risk of electrical interference that could disrupt data transmission. Suitable options include using earthing cables with a robust insulation layer or physically separating the earthing cable from the communication cables. Cable tray dividers or barriers can effectively create this physical separation within the cable ladder. Secondly, proper grounding is essential. The earthing cable must be connected to a verified and reliable grounding point. This connection provides a low impedance path for any stray electrical currents or electromagnetic interference picked up by the earthing cable. Without proper grounding, these currents could induce noise in the communication cables, potentially degrading signal quality or causing data errors. Thirdly, routing considerations are important. The earthing cable should ideally be routed along the periphery of the cable ladder, positioned away from the cluster of communication cables. This strategic placement helps minimize the potential for electrical interference between the earthing cable and the data cables. Keeping them physically separated reduces the likelihood of inductive or capacitive coupling that could introduce noise into the communication signals. Fourthly, clear and durable labeling is crucial. The earthing cable must be clearly and permanently labeled to definitively identify it as an earthing conductor. This labeling serves as a visual indicator to prevent accidental contact or confusion with the communication cables, especially during maintenance or troubleshooting activities. A readily identifiable label helps ensure that only qualified personnel handle the earthing cable and that appropriate safety precautions are observed. It is also very important to be aware of and strictly adhere to any local electrical codes, regulations, or guidelines that govern the installation of earthing cables in cable ladders. These regulations may vary depending on your specific location or jurisdiction, and they often outline specific requirements for cable sizing, grounding methods, bonding practices, and other safety measures. Consulting with a qualified electrical inspector or engineer can help ensure that your installation complies with all applicable regulations. The purpose of an earthing system is to provide a safe path for fault current to return to the source, tripping a circuit breaker or fuse and energizing the circuit. This prevents electrical shock hazards and reduces the risk of fire. When running an earthing cable in a cable ladder, it's important to ensure that the cable ladder itself is properly bonded to the earthing system. This creates a continuous earthing path and helps to minimize the risk of voltage differences between different parts of the cable ladder. Bonding can be achieved by using bonding jumpers to connect the cable ladder sections together and to the main earthing conductor. The size of the earthing conductor should be determined based on the size of the circuit conductors it is protecting, in accordance with the National Electrical Code, or NEC. NEC Table 250.122 provides guidance on the minimum size of earthing conductors for various circuit sizes. The earthing conductor must be large enough to safely carry the maximum fault current that could occur in the circuit. When selecting the earthing conductor, consider the material of the conductor. Copper and aluminum are the most common materials used for earthing conductors. Copper has a higher conductivity than aluminum, but it is also more expensive. Aluminum is lighter and less expensive than copper, but it requires a larger conductor size to achieve the same ampacity. The insulation of the earthing conductor should be suitable for the environment in which it is installed. If the cable ladder is located in a wet or damp environment, the earthing conductor should be insulated with a moisture-resistant material. The insulation should also be resistant to chemicals and abrasion. When installing the earthing conductor, be careful not to damage the insulation. Damaged insulation can create a path for leakage current and increase the risk of electrical shock. Use appropriate cable ties or clamps to secure the earthing conductor to the cable ladder. Do not over-tighten the cable ties or clamps, as this could damage the insulation. Regularly inspect the earthing system to ensure that it is in good condition. Check for any signs of damage, such as corrosion, loose connections, or damaged insulation. If any damage is found, repair it immediately. Proper earthing and bonding are essential for electrical safety. By following these best practices, you can help to ensure that your earthing system is effective in protecting people and property from electrical hazards. The NEC provides detailed requirements for earthing and bonding. Consult the NEC for specific guidance on earthing and bonding requirements in your area. In addition to the NEC, there may be local electrical codes and regulations that apply to your installation. Be sure to check with your local authorities to ensure that you are complying with all applicable requirements. A qualified electrician can help you to design and install an earthing system that meets all applicable requirements. It's essential to consult with a professional to ensure safety and compliance.